read the entire book again. Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new to a new reading vlog, we're going to be reading together this week. I'm going to be showing you how much reading I get done in a typical work week. So we're going to start today, which is Monday till Friday. I'm in the office, I think 3 to 4 days this week, I'm not sure yet, but I'm going to show you guys how I manage to fit in reading with my regular 9 to 5 scheduling and things like that. So I'm really excited for this video. I say that all the time, but I'm actually extra excited because I'm getting to read my most anticipated reads for the year this week. So I'm finally going to finish the Magnolia Park Universe series. You guys are aware I've already read Magnolia and BJ's story, so now I'm going to finish by reading Daisy, Julian and Christian's part of the book, so 2 books, so Daisy 8 and Daisy 8 Great Undoing. I have physical copies of both books. I also have them on my Kindle. Because I'm going to be in the office today, I'm going to be reading them on my Kindle when I'm on the go, and then I'll probably read them in the physical books when I'm home. I'm just gonna read between the 2 platforms really. And then on tomorrow, Tuesday the 12th of November, the 3rd book in the Skylark series comes out, Skyshade. Finally got the name right this time. That comes out tomorrow. And like a couple of weeks ago, I read the first 2 books in my 24-hour reading challenge. Now I get to read the next book, because apparently I finally found out it's a saga, so there are 2 more books coming out anyway. So that is coming out this week, so I'm going to try and fit reading that this week sometime. So those are the 3 books I really want to read this week, and then I will see how it goes, but those 3 books are the main TBR for this week anyway. So yeah, so I'm just about to enter the office now. I just want to introduce the vlog really quickly, and then we can get the reading done, guys. Let's do this. I'm reading this. I literally am on like chapter 4 of this, and I'm thinking, God, am I ready for these characters? I'm ready that I'm gonna do it, so it's gonna have to be done. Am I ready for this? I loved Julian in BJ and Magdalena's story, and I just love him even more. As I'm reading this book, it reminds me a lot of Friends. I always have a reference point, but one point for this book we haven't read it. So there is a movie called Gentleman, I think it's called, directed by Guy Ritchie. That movie, I think it's called Gentleman or something. It's called Matthew McConaughey. It's like the main actor, and it follows that kind of like gentleman English, like mobster, classy, I don't know, it's like a classy mobster, if that makes sense. This is giving me that vibe. I don't think Julian's Matthew McConaughey, but like in my mind it's like, but I think it's hotter than Matthew McConaughey, obviously. But that's what this book is reminding me of, because I really love that movie, and this is giving me that vibe. I'm sure the scene I'm on now is where Julian is going to meet a client, and the setup of the client meeting, it just reminds me of the first scene of that movie. If you haven't seen that movie, you should watch it. If the movie is on Amazon Prime in the UK, I'm not sure you can watch it in the US. And at the moment, I think there is a TV series, a spin-off of it on Netflix called The Gentleman, I think, as well. And this book is giving me that vibe. It doesn't love my gums. Oh my God, you said gums. Oh my God, it said gums. The funny thing is, this book is about Daisy, but are we gonna get a Julian spin-off book? Come on, it needs. I don't think we need it, because there's a lot of him in here, but like, I just love him. Like, oh my God, I was right to love him. Even the glimpse of him I saw in my BJ story, like, so good. Like, they're here for sure. Rest assured, if I want, I can kill you myself. Like, oh my God. Getting super hot reading this. Oh, it's so freaking hot. Guys, I am 70 pages in, and I'm already like gagging. People did say these books were better than PJ and My Goodness Story, which I loved with a passion, 5-star all the way. Nah, I am in for a treat. I don't know how I'm going to be able to concentrate on work this week when I have this amazing book to read. And also tomorrow Sky Shade comes out, which I've already pre-ordered. But one thing about these books is that I think the chapters are pretty small because there's like 70 something chapters, like 77 chapters in this book. But the chapters are short and sweet, and we have multiple POVs. So we have Daisy's POV, Christian's POV, and Julian's POV. Is this too dark? You guys can see me, but it's quite dark. I'm gonna turn the light. I feel like the light might be too bright. Okay guys, I just have to leave the light on. So I just got home from work now, like literally 10 minutes ago. I wanted to give you guys an update on my reading. So as you guys know, today is 12th of November, which is the Sky Shade release day, which I'm so excited about. I was gonna go my lunchtime. I think I told you guys yesterday I was gonna go my lunchtime to Waterstones to see if I should pick up the book, but I've just ordered it online because I didn't have time at my lunch break to go out to work through lunch. So I have ordered the 3 books basically, and they should be here tomorrow. But the Sky Shade, I return it. I want to see the size of the hardback and see how it goes. Reading that this week sometime, so because of that I have to kind of step up my reading for Daisy Yates. I'm still reading the first book, guys, but I've made such a massive dent in it. I am 54% into the book, which I think I'm on chapter 42, and there's like 77 chapters. I forgot, like, this book's series, they have loads of chapters. Some of the chapters are really short, like 2 or 3 pages. But another thing I forgot about this book is that there is a lot, because the book doesn't really have a plot really. It's about vibes, I think, for this book. Like, it's just the vibe you get, and I love that vibe. So I forgot there's a lot of waffling that goes on with the characters. Oh yeah, so I am chapter 40, which is literally, I want to finish this book tonight. So the mission today is to finish this book today and finish it tomorrow morning, so I can start the second book of the Daisy Yates, which is Daisy Yates Undoing, which I have somewhere here. Here we go, The Great Undoing. I've got it here. I am really enjoying this. I think you guys know already. Like, I am so enjoying this. I feel like this is such a different vibe to the McDonald's Parks and BJ story. That all like push and pull miscommunication, like the suspense of the relationship, like the fucking toxicity of the relationship. There is a tiny element of that between Christian and Daisy, in the sense that Daisy is kind of quite tortured because she's obviously what she's going through and all that kind of stuff, and obviously Christian is in love. Like, I think I read these books back, I can't remember what month. I think I bought like earlier this year, so I can't remember how much Christian fancied Magnolia Parks. Like, reading them, thinking I didn't know he fancied her that much. Like, I knew they had a little date here and there, but I didn't know it was like that much in love with her. And I feel like, yeah, so it was quite interesting to see that part of the story. The only thing I'm a bit like, I'm not sure how believable it is. So basically, I think Magnolia and BJ's book was very like, they were living the little bubble, but I feel like Daisy, Christian and Julian are living like in the London like underground world, like the mafia and the crime and things like that. That's kind of the perception of this. I think with Julian, I can believe a little bit that he is like a gangster, maybe not at the head of the mafia of all of England, but he has his own little like syndicate of his own little mafia and whatever they're doing. I believe that in a way, because I'm like, okay, he had to inherit his father's gang or whatever. That's a little bit believable because we have like things that he does and he has missing things like that. Then Christian's meant to be like a second in command for his like crime syndicate, but he doesn't do anything like crimey. Like, and you're talking to, I think, because I am a big mafia girly. I've read so much mafia books. So for me, if you're going to sell me that these people are like, first of all, they're in the early 20s and they are leading this massive criminal organization, and all Christian does all day is basically like shag different girls and go for lunch with his friends. Like, I'm just like, it's just giving like a party, it's living the life of a trust fund baby, not a mafia. So I feel like that part is very unbelievable for me. Maybe he's gonna pick up later on. And I just read a scene here where Julian just came back from like from some situation and all bloodied, and like obviously Daisy's training to be a doctor, so she was kind of helping him out and stuff. And the reaction of Julian, I'm like, why are you like, oh my god, what's going on? I'm so like, it was kind of like flustered about seeing like blood and something, like, but you are the second in command of a crime organization and you're getting crazy about blood and someone coming out like beating up. I feel like this should be like your everyday. Do you know what I mean? I feel like she was more cool and she kind of she's more used to it than he is, and it's meant to be like a second in command. So I feel like that is a bit, I don't know how believable that is. I feel like some of this is not adding up a little bit, but it still doesn't stop me from loving this because I still love it. I have to kind of forgive and excuse the mafia side of this book, and now I'm at the good part because now Christian and Daisy are actually together. Now they're like literally seeing each other and officially dating, and I'm just like, oh, I know what's coming. I know what to expect. So the high there's going to be a falsehood anyway. That's the update of the book. More of the stories. I'm really enjoying this book. Oh, one other thing I was going to mention that I don't like about this book, that I don't know why she did it for this book. She didn't do it for Magdalena's book. Basically, there are like little notes. So like Daisy is talking, like she's having like a dialogue with the character, like that, and then inner monologues are like starred, and then they're like referenced at the end of the chapter. So it's so annoying. Like, I don't know if I have to explain. So basically, like, there's a sentence, I don't know, like at the end of the chapter she has like a fucking like appendix of all inner thoughts, but like when you're reading it, and some of these inner thoughts are quite detailed that they should be like in bracket or like even like italic or something. So I feel like I'm really struggling because I'm reading, I can see it, and I have to go back and then understand to get the context of what she meant. It is quite irritating having to go back and stuff. Like, why has she done that? Because I'm like, some of our internal monologue are the fun. She's quite funny, and I'm like, it would be quite nice to kind of read it and just understand like get the context of what the situation is and what she's trying to say. Having to go back at the end of the chapter and just like revisit, I don't know, it just feels a bit, it's very clumsy, and it's kind of it's slowing down my reading as well, because I feel like I've finished a chapter, but I feel like I have to like reread the chapter basically to understand what the appendix are, and I feel like that's quite irritating. Like, I don't know why she done that. I hope she just did that for this book. I wish she didn't do it for the other books. I'm like, this is quite irritating. So then hi guys, hello. So I just got back from work, which is why I always look shiny. I have some updates on my reading. I finished Daisy Yates, the first book. I finished it this morning. Basically, I actually finished it on my commute to work this morning, so it was quite nice. And guys, 4.5 star. I rated it 4.5 star because I think I gave you guys a feel bit of my update yesterday of what I thought about this book, but I really enjoyed it. Books is about the vibe. Even though I was like, oh, it's a lot waffly, but I think about it now, like, it has to be waffly because it has to like explain. It's like it reads like a episode of a TV show, kind of like a script. So it would I think it would easy to adapt to a TV series because a lot of dialogue. I love Daisy and I love Christian, and you guys know how much I feel about Julian. I am not going to compare Daisy and Magnolia because I feel like they are different and similar. They're only similar in the way that everyone loves them. Every boy that they encounter falls in love with them, but they are so different. Like, my love for them is like individual. The love I have for Daisy and the love I have for Magnolia is different, but I love them both like equally. That makes sense. The love triangle that happened in this book, like with Daisy and Christian and Rome, I was a bit like, oh my god, just whatever. I was kind of getting my nerves a little bit, but I enjoyed it. you guys know how I feel about the old like mafia criminal boss thing. I just feel like that is so, I guess it's very secondary to the book. Like if Julian wasn't in this book, if we didn't get Julian's POV, and if Julian wasn't like, it's basically Julian and Daisy's book, to be fair, it could not be mafia book because Christian has nothing to do with the mafia. I don't know what kind of crime boss it is. I'm still waiting for the demonstration of his crime, of his criminal activity, because it doesn't do anything. I don't know what it does. I know what his family deals with. Like I know what Daisy and the family does, but Christian, I don't know what they do. I have no idea. I just know they're Irish and I have no idea what's going on there. So I don't know if I'm buying that old mafia side of things in this. I would definitely not class this as a mafia romance. This is not a mafia romance. This is still like a nice Gossip Girl soap opera with a bit of bad boy element, like a tiny bit of crime, like when you think about Julian and stuff. So the ending was like, I guess it is shocking to me because I feel like what she did, I was like, oh my god, she went a bit crazy. Like, everyone in this book is fucking mental. Every single character in this Magdalena Park universe is fucking mental. They are not normal people. Like I know Daisy wants a normal life, but you are not a normal person. None of you are normal. Like you don't know what normal is. You guys, you're driving around London in like 200,000-pound cars. You are not normal. Her going to IKEA and putting petrol in her car was exciting to her. You are not normal, even if you were not a criminal. Like, for example, Magnolia and BJ are not criminals, but they're not normal. So I'm just like, they're all mental. So it's crazy. Anyway, so like that whole ending scene, and when obviously the love confession and things like that, I was like, oh my god. And I don't know how I feel about Lee, the police officer that's stalking her. I don't know how I feel about him yet. Like all these books are not spicy. There's absolutely no spice scenes in any of these books, but is implied, like you know they are sexually active. So like I feel like if you think about it that way, Daisy's book is more spicy. She had a lot of sexual encounters. She was a very active girl and I love it. Like she had a good time. I love it. I feel like she's BJ. She's a female BJ. Oh my god, she is a female BJ, is she? I feel like that's the vibe I got from this book anyway. So I finished this book and I was so excited. I started Daisy Yates' The Great Undoing on my lunch break, and I read it on my commute home. And I'm reading this book a lot faster. I'm in chapter 22. I probably will make a massive dent in this book tonight. I probably won't finish it tonight, but I'll make a big dent tonight, and then I'll read some in the morning, like in bed, before I go to work or whatever. I'm finding this book a lot easier to read and a lot faster to read because I feel like there is no tension in this book. I'm not on edge reading this. I like the way it started off with like Daisy now in this normal life she wanted, which again I said they're not normal. She has a boyfriend now. She doesn't live with her brother anymore. She has her own life. That was setting. I was like, oh, this is gonna listen. I wonder that was like for the first like couple of chapters. I'm thinking, oh, I hope this part changes because I'm like, this sounds really boring. She should not be living there. She should be in the compound with the Lost Boys, and now she's back with the Lost Boys. But her boyfriend is just like, you don't fit in. I feel like obviously I understand, like, you know, it sounded like exciting when she was not attainable, like when she was like in this world, like, oh, I could save her. I think it had this like, I feel like it has like a savior complex. Is that the word? Savior complex? I think that's what it is. So like, you know damn sure what this girl is into, what her family is like. You knew everything. You know even more than anyone else knows about what they get up to, what the activities are. You chose to date her. Now they're like thinking, oh my god, what am I doing? And now you're questioning things. What did you expect? Like when you met her, you knew who she was and you chose to date her. You can't expect her to change who she is just because now you're in the picture. Like I'm just like, just get rid of him already. Like you need to move on. Like go away. So I'm just waiting for her to dump him and then she can move on to the person she should be with. That's kind of why I'm feeling with this book right now. I'm scared to finish it because I feel like after this book I have nothing else. There's nothing, like nothing's coming out next year because she says she's struggling to write the book. According to the author, she's still struggling to write the book. I'm like, you haven't even written it yet, girl. Like, come on, you're keeping us, don't leave us angry kind of thing. So I'm really scared to finish it just for that because I'm like, what am I going to do? I don't want to be in like a book hangover. The last time I was in a severe book hangover. So luckily for me, I have another book to read. But even after that, I'm going to have an hangover for that book as well. So I feel like, what am I going to read after that? Like, I don't know. I got home today and I got an exciting podcast. You guys know what it is. I know what it is because I told you guys it's more like yesterday what I did. So I decided to order books yesterday. I literally just ordered this Skylark series. and a couple more books as well. So oh wow, these boxes. How many books did I order? Did they give me extra stuff? It's like a lot more than I ordered. How many books did I order? Oh, because it's got like something on the nose. Oh my god, it looks higher. So I decided to like buy. Oh my god. So I got obviously light log. Can't wait to read this again. It is so floppy. I love the paperback of light log. Oh, I'm definitely going to do a reread of this. So I got light log. I got a Nightbane. They are quite big chunky paperback as well. And now I've got the ad. I'm keeping the ad back. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, oh my god. So I thought it was gonna be a lot bigger. It's not as big as it's still bigger. It's still bigger than this, but in terms of width it's the same. It's just a little bit higher. Like the tiniest. Oh wait, it's not that much higher to be fair. So I'm definitely keeping the ad back. It's not that big. But yeah, Skyshade. I am so happy to read this. Oh my god. It's here. Like I got it. So yeah, so I am going to be getting the entire collection. But now I think the next book I'm going to have to get will have to be the ad back as well. So I'll have 2 paperback and 2 ad backs, and then maybe the last one will be like ad back. I'll probably be too excited, but yeah, I've got it now. I'm so happy, you know. And then I also picked up like some of the books of the Abby Menace books. So you guys have read it for part of your ward and just for the summer. So I'm still gonna get yours truly, but yours truly. Oh my god, my brand new book is like damaged. What the fuck, Amazon? When yours truly goes down in price, I will add it to my collection. But I'm in this like weird situation where I don't want to finish this book because I want this book to last forever, but I really want to finish it so I can move on to this. It's like I'm just like this weird limbo. Like, what should I do? Like, I don't know. Oh, I'm so excited. This week has been a very good week for me, guys. A very, very good week. Reading wise, anyway. Work wise, nightmare. But reading wise, fantastic. Morning guys, today is Friday and I think last time I spoke to you was 2 days ago, but I have done a lot of reading since I spoke to you guys. I have finished Daisy the Great Undoing, and I finished this last night, so Thursday night, exactly how I planned to do. And then I started rereading Nightbane. So I wanted to read just the last battle scene just to get myself like hyped up to pick up Skyshade, but I've just started reading from the start because I'm just gonna skip to the battle part like I planned to do today, and then start reading Skyshade. As I said, today's Friday. I am working from home today, so there is gonna be a lot of reading. Now it's 7:30 in the morning. I'm going to start working in the next 30 minutes, so I'll probably read a little bit before I start, but I wanted to come on here and give you guys my review of Daisy the Great Undoing. What I feared was going to happen has happened. I have a severe book hangover. Like, I'm so happy that I had like another book to kind of take my attention, but even as I was reading Nightbane last night, I was thinking, like, back of my mind, I'm still thinking about this book. I'm just like, oh my god, what's going to happen? So I rated this book a 4-star. It is the lowest rating I've given any of the books in the entire universe, universe, and not because it was shit. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. Like, this would have been a 5-star read for me, but I feel like I'm comparing it to all the other books in the series, I feel like it wasn't my favorite. I really enjoyed it, as I said. So this book was the most enjoyable to read in the entire McDonald Park universe, in the sense that my heart was not in my throat, because every time I'm reading the other books, I am literally at the edge of my seat waiting for the other shit to drop. Like, I feel like they'll have a happy moment and then the next thing will be like It was very, very fast paced. A lot of action happening. That's kind of the feeling I got from reading the other books in the series. But this one, I literally didn't have any anxiety. I read it so peacefully because I feel like this is the book that had the most love story. Like, it felt the most romantic out of all the other books. I don't know if I'm explaining it correctly. There's a lot of relationships that I read briefly about in the other books that I got the full effect in this book. So, for example, Julian and Magnolia, I knew they dated in Magnolia A Long Way Home. I saw their relationship from Magnolia's POV, which was nice, but reading it from Julian's POV just felt so much better. I don't know why, because I love him. That their relationship, how it felt for her, like he actually did have feelings for her. Like, it wasn't like one-sided. He actually genuinely loved her. Like, at one point I was rooting for them to be together. I was like, but I wanted to be together, but they can't because like she's BJ is at Endgame. So I was just like, oh, so it was so nice to read that. And then we saw the full effect of Daisy and Christian's relationship as well, that they had a proper relationship here, that they literally like trusted each other a lot more in this book. And for that reason alone, I really enjoyed this book. And even like Christian's parents towards the end, I was like, oh my god, this book is just the most romantic one. It had the most like established love stories. And the reason why this is not a 5-star read is because even though I enjoyed reading those love stories, for example, the Julian and Magnolia's one, I felt quite repetitive because I knew what was going to happen. I knew the story from Magnolia's book, which I already read first. So that's why this is not a 5-star. And there was obviously a bit of drama. It was just so much of a joy to read. Now that I'm talking about, maybe I might change my rating, guys. I think I'm going to change because I just feel like 4-star doesn't sound fulfilling. Now that I'm explaining how I feel about it, 4-star doesn't feel like the best rating. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a 4.5-star rating, but Daisy Yates is going to now be 4.75-star rating because I just feel like I just wanted to elevate it a little bit more just to kind of separate them out because I just enjoyed it so much. So that's kind of what I love about this book. Again, I did not see any kind of mafia lifestyle for Christian in this book. So actually we got a little bit of a history about the like other crime families in London, and I guess even though Christian is take over his family's like crime organization, but his parents are still alive, so it sounds like their parents are managing the day-to-day, and if anything happens to his parents or his uncles or whatever, he's gonna take over. So I think even though he's like the prince of his crime family, so there's multiple families within the UK, and each family has their own like, you know, crime like gang or whatever. And Christian and Romeo's families, their parents are still in charge, so they haven't inherited their crime organization yet, but Julian has, because his parents are dead. That's probably why Julian is more active and he has more control, and I feel like Christian and Romeo don't. So I kind of understood that a little bit more, so that became a little bit clear. I was waiting for that to clear out, and that cleared out. But again, this is a mafia romance. If you're looking for mafia romance, it's not really like, it is like a sprinkle of mafia romance, but that's not the main thing. So now let's talk about the ending of this book, which is what drove me crazy. The way this book ended, I screamed. I wish I filmed myself reading the last part, but I was so into the story I forgot to pick up my camera because I was like, what? Whoa. I was like, no, this can't, like, oh, and I got to the end and I read it, I was thinking like, why the fuck didn't I wait for the entire series to be? This is why I don't wait for series. I like to read book series when the entire series is complete. This is why I do that. The fact that I'm waiting for the next book, I don't even know when it's coming. It could be next year, it could be the year after. And I'm like, I'm like, that ending was so heartbreaking. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. Daisy, poor Christian. Poor Julian. I think for Julian, I actually don't feel poor Julian anymore, because I feel like, now I'm thinking about it, when I finish reading Skyshade, I think I'm going to read Magnolia Park Into the Dark again, because that ending, I need to get hints of what's going to happen in the next book, because I just feel like, oh my god, like, I can't remember if, I know Julian and Daisy were mentioned briefly and in different parts of into the dark, so I'm gonna have to reread that, so just to help me to keep me sane, because I just feel like I just need to know what's gonna happen. Like with Julian, I think I know, at least obviously at the end of that he felt guilty about, because at that point he didn't know what happened to Magnolia, so in his mind he thinks Magnolia is dead or whatever in his head. So I'm just like, I fell for him, but I'm like, okay, at least I know what's gonna happen. There's people that literally had to wait an entire year for Into the Dark. How did you guys manage that? Even now I'm like, fuck me, I need the next book now. So yeah, I'm just like, oh, I knew I was gonna get a very, 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 very intense book hangover reading this, but I feel like it does help that I have another book waiting in line to read. I am going to be doing bookmarks, guys. I've literally started looking into it today, and I love the way the bookmarks works. I think it's not like you're not filming every single day, posting every single day of the week for the middle of December. I can't do that. I have a full-time job, guys. I can't do it. So I'm thinking I'm going to do 12 days of bookmarks and post a video every other day. Very excited, and I've got some exciting videos for you guys, exciting challenges. So I hope you guys are looking forward to the period. And I think I've told you guys, I think for me the build up to Christmas is the most exciting thing for me. Like all the parties, all the lights, the markets, everything about Christmas, like the build up to Christmas, and everyone's just in good spirit. So I love that, and I just feel like I really want to capture that in the most exciting way for you guys as well, so you guys can come along and kind of experience what I love about Christmas with me. So I've decided I wanted to make the quick announcement there for you guys so you guys know what to do. I'll probably put more about this on my community page for you guys as well. So like I'll post and give you guys updates as I go along. I'm gonna try and I feel like I've been so busy with work and life and things. I just feel like I'm falling behind in my content and things I want to do. So I have so many ideas. Just like time to kind of film things and edit is like really holding me back. So I have to like find a way to kind of fit more things with you guys. Chapter home, and guys, oh Graham, some of the things are saying here, like it's just saying the most amazing things. You shouldn't have bound yourself to me. I would do it again. I would do it 1,000 times over. You should know I would choose you over the world every single time. Like, oh my god, oh my god. The only good thing about this book, which I know I'm going to enjoy, because now like she's going to spend a lot of time with Graham, which is good. I really want to see more of him. So guys, I don't know if you guys can see how much I've got left. So at the moment it's 10 o'clock right now. I've been reading for like 6-ish hours or 5-ish hours. I did stop and start like reading and stuff because I have to eat dinner. So I am almost done with this book. I am literally now on page 263 and it's about 300. So I've got about 100 pages left, just over 100 pages left. So I'll probably finish this before hour 2. I just want to do a quick check-in. I'm really enjoying this book. After the way Nightbane ended, kind of knew what was going to happen. Kind of, she's now with Graham, and this entire book is going to be her with Graham, because I feel like Nightbane the entire time she was with Oro. I am just like, there's a lot of like mini quests and things like that. Like she's like trying to find answers to like solve all the issues and stuff that she's going through. Finds an answer and then leads her to another. Then she has more questions and then leads her into another quest. She's just trying to find answers because she has such a short time frame to kind of reflect or whatever for this world. I'm trying to do this without giving you guys any spoilers. It was really being really cruel to Graham a little bit. And I was just like, oh come on, the little like enemies to lovers kind of thing. But it took like a while for them to kind of like come together again, so they're issues together. I'm almost at the end, so I wanted to stop here and check in with you guys, because I feel like in the next 100 pages I have left, this is when things are going to pick up and set us up for the next book, obviously, because something dramatic just happened now. Well, not dramatic, but something new happened now. So this battle feels like, what does it feel like Game of Thrones? So you know, like the battle with the ice king, like his army is the undead. This is what the scene is giving. It's giving that vibe. Hi guys, so now I'm back. It's now the next day, and I finished reading Skyshade by Aster. I finished it really late last night, early this morning ish. Whoa. And I rated it a 4-star. So this is the same rating as I gave Lightlark, which is the first book in the series. I really did enjoy reading this book. I think I mentioned to you guys last night, like I feel like it was setting up for an epic battle. We saw a lot more of her with Graham in this book, which I really love. I don't know, I just like them. They're such a good couple. Like I feel like I still believe that she should end up with Graham. So this book did leave on a little bit of a cliffhanger-ish, but like it's a good cliffhanger. Like obviously I want to know what's happening next, but it was a good one. The way it ended, I knew that was gonna happen. Like towards like the last couple of chapters, I was like, I knew that this is gonna end. She's gonna end up where she ended up. And I was like, okay, this is gonna be where the book was going. I could see it. I'm very excited to see where the author goes with this, because the way it ended, like I predicted it, but I feel like she could do a lot with the next 2 books. So I mean, the books is coming up. And guys, I did reread Nightbane before I read this. I just had to reread it. I was just gonna read the last couple of chapters just to get the baptism, but I read the entire book again, which I'm happy I did. And I have now finished the Lightlark, like the 3 books in the series so far, and I'm excited to read the next book. I can't wait. I think it comes out next year or something, but it will be very interesting to see where the author goes with this, because I just feel like there is so much possibility of how this could go. Like I have my theories obviously, but like I feel like this is a book I have to think about again, and I feel like it's such a book that I'm gonna probably read again. So yeah, this has been a good reading week for me. So we started off with Jesse Hastings' Undoing. We read Nightbane. Well, I reread Nightbane off camera, and then I read Sky God. So I did get to read my anticipated read for the month, and I got to finish one of my favorite book series. Like I'm just happy to have that Magnolia Park series close off now. And guys, the hangover is still there. I'm still thinking about this book. Like I feel like I need to reread Into the Dark. I think I mentioned to you guys I'm gonna have to reread it, because I just feel like I need that closure because the way this book ended, like it's a good thing I read Into the Dark, because I feel like if I hadn't read Into the Dark, the ending of this book would have shattered me, because it was the way it ended was just like gut clenching kind of thing. So yeah, and I'm still stalking Jesse Hastings. I'm stalking her Instagram. I'm stalking her publishers. Like we need a date. We just need to know a time frame. Is it going to be next year? Is it going to, hopefully, I hope it's next year, because the Into the Dark came out this year around March, I think. So I'm hoping it's the same time frame, that just before the summer and stuff. That would be effing great. And I think this week the special edition of Magnolia Parks and BJ Stories special edition of this book, like, which are really nice. I think I'm actually gonna get those. I'm gonna get those, like a nice Christmas treat to myself. I think they're really pretty, which is like a collector's item, I guess. But yeah, so guys, we've come to the end of the video now. I'm happy with the way this week went. Like I feel like 4 books in 5 days is like amazing. It's perfect. And I would love to know if you guys have read any of these books. If you've read the Magnolia Park series, especially the Daisy Yates book, I would love to know if you guys are feeling the hangover still. Like literally, like how do you guys feel about Daisy and Christian and Julia? Like, do you guys agree with me on my thoughts and stuff? Because do you guys have the same love I have for Julia? Like if you love Julia, let me know in the comments, because I feel like I just want him to get a happy ending. But the forums and people online are saying that it might not get happy ending, and I'm like, no, it has to. Like there's no way. I just feel like this, no, I can't deal with that. Yeah, so if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for sticking with me to the end. I'm so happy you've made it this far. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.